Right, we are on game 1 of our redo, because I was using Honorary Avenger with Ms. Marvel, which you can't do because she is not an Avenger. So let's shuffle that up and grab ourselves our first hand. Okay, so with 7 cards, I could use Agent Coulson and Embiggen on the same turn. Then I would have a blocker. Pretty expensive for a block, though. Right. I could hold on for something with Turn the Tide. I don't want to keep Agent Coulson and Turn the Tide, I don't think. So, right, so Turn the Tide is going to let me get rid of this Thrall easily. It's not going to do 1 more damage. It's just so cheap. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I think it's probably dumb. I probably could stand to have taken 1 more, but that's what we'll do. Right, first turn. Okay, so I got my Clear the Area. That can trigger Turn the Tide. I'm playing Embiggen. I've got a mirror. I'm going to do Teen Spirit. Got wiggle room. Oh, maybe I'll even be able to keep that. So let's see how this would work. So if I played Emir and then that would use target acquired, I could shuffle something into the bottom of my deck and get another card, so I'd be back at 6. Flip, play Clear the Area, and pay that to get a card. I could Turn the Tide. I could have tapped to get my Clear the Area back to Embiggen, but then I wouldn't have wiggle room left. But that still might be worth it. I mean, I might be better off not turning the tide. And I keep my wiggle room. Okay, well, let's see what a mirror gets us. So I'm going to bring out a mirror. And I'm going to put one of these cards on the bottom of the deck. Big Hands is definitely the one to go with. So a mirror's tapped. Okay, Red Dagger. I'm definitely not thinking I'm going to try to play her this turn. So I flip. I'm going to clear the area. I'm going to clear the area with Sneak By. Right, so that's 1, 2. Lets me draw a card. And the response for... Oh, I screwed this up. Gonna miss 2 damage. Right. Okay, so I guess I am big in. No, because if I'm big and return the tide, I wouldn't be able to get it back anyway. Okay, right, that's right. So I didn't screw that up. Because I wouldn't have had. Right. So I turn the tide. That gets rid of that goblin. I'm going to call my turn the tide back. And I'm going to turn tide goblin. Then I will embiggen. So that was just a bad luck thing. And I'm done. And drop to 4. And interesting, I don't have any of my resources generators at all yet. I mean, Amir is going to be helpful, but haven't seen my helicarrier or my biokinetic suit. All right, so I'm not going to block. Get a shadow of the pass, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, which means I'm going to double wiggle room, right? So I pay wiggle room, I get a card. There's my biokinetic power suit, and then I'm going to tap Ms. Marvel, get wiggle room back, pay it again, and I prevent all the damage. Sweet, all my resource generators are right there. And look out. Poop. All right. So that may definitely change what I want to do this turn. So big hands will get me 6. Only 1 short. That's remarkable. Stealth Strike would also be 6. If I flip, I can do big hands and Spider-Man. Right, because that's 6. And then 7. Right, so if I flip, I will have 8 cards. So I can afford 8. Which means I can use my biokinetic suit for my big hands. Does that work? Okay, so if I did biokinetic suit, then I use biokinetic suit to play my big hands. Oops. Play my big hands. Which I actually have to play. Then I would flip, use a mirror, use Gene Spirit, and we're good. Yes. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So play the suit, tap that, ditch that, play big hands, which is 4 plus 2. Flip, use a mirror to put another big hands on the bottom? No. Do we actually want a wiggle room? Maybe we want to wiggle room for the second one, because we already have a big hands down there. Okay, let's do that. So we'll put wiggle room on the bottom. And draw one. And then we'll get a Teen Spirit. And got Bruno. Bring out Spidey. And attack. To get rid of the stupid Goblin Knight. And that is done. So we draw 6. I think I might be able to bring up my Helicarrier finally. And, oops, that was the end of my second turn. I've been forgetting to advance. And it is Goblin's second turn. And Goblin boosts, and we're really hoping for this not to be bad. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what we need is this not to be in advance, and everything is A-okay. Goblin Soldier, I can deal with that. Okay, so that was pretty risky, but kind of needed it to clear that stupid Goblin Knight. Okay, I'm going to use Teen Spirit first so that I can see what's come out of my deck to decide what goes on the bottom of my deck next. Okay, so we got to sneak by. Okay, did I actually miss? Should I have been putting Shrink down there? Bruno. I think this game is quite fast enough, or quite slow enough for Bruno. Is there any chance I'm going to want Red Dagger? Maybe. I mean, I think the biggest thing is we want stuff that you can grab most quickly with Teen Spirit, right, when you get in those situations. So I'll put another big hands down there. And I'm using a mirror. That gives me a card. My third turn. And I will flip. And what is it that I want to do? Okay, so 5 damage. Big hands I'll take care of. The Goblin Soldier. Probably want to just keep wiggle room. Could do Concussive Blow to be able to flip again. That does seem good. So I guess the question is, can I afford to get the Helicarrier out this turn? So I want to keep wiggle room, right? So can I afford to get the Helicarrier out? So Helicarrier is... One, two, three. And then if I did a Helicarrier in my biokinetic suit, I could do big hands. I could pump back my hands in my hand, then I could sneak by. And that looks like a good turn. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to Helicarrier. Which means I'm not doing a Concussive Blow this turn. Is it worth doing the helicarrier then? Okay, let's rethink that actually. Okay, so let's do this if we were going to concussive blow Gobby instead. So we definitely want to take out. Actually, I could even wait a turn for this Goblin Soldier. Really, just take a damage. I know I'm going to take a damage for it anyway, so I'm going to have to heal. So that's interesting. I could avoid that, which means I would be able to do concussive blow instead of big hands. I think my counting sucks. So helicarrier for those 3, then concussive blow is 3, 2, 1. Let me my big hands. Sneak it back into my hand. But then I wouldn't be able to sneak by. So then I don't like that. So if we concussive blow, just say we did it like that. 1 less because I'm going to use the poly. Say bounce, concussive blow back to my hand, and then sneak by. Okay, so we sneak by. Oh, but I only have, okay, well, it's fine. Right, so I use my thing and that's that. Then we do a concussive blow. No, we tap that, we get our sneak by back. Right, we then do Iron Heart with sneak by and big hands, which gets us a card that we can use with concussive blow. That's what it is. Okay, thank you. Iron Heart for these 2. And then we use all those to do concussive blow for 3 plus 2 is 5, so we're down to 8. And we get confused. Not we, Gabi does. And because of the way that the damage gets doled out here, all my big attacks don't make it worthwhile to hit that for 5. So what I'll do is I'll use Spider-Man 6, so that means with one hit I can knock Goblin down. I'll use Ironheart for 1, and then I'll undo, draw back up to 5. I might be able to time it so that my flipping turn doesn't give me an extra card, which would be nice. That was my 4th turn, I keep on forgetting. No, that was my 3rd turn, wasn't it? That's remarkable. Okay, let me double check that actually. Okay, actually it makes sense that that was my 3rd turn, right? But I'll double check. I'll check the tape after for my number of turns, right? But if I've flipped every turn, I should be flipping back on the 3rd turn, so that should be right. Right, okay, wiggle room. So, it's not stunned. I'm going to let it come through and try to use my wiggle room. Goblin Thrall. Use my wiggle room. Based on the cards I have, I'm not going to double dip on any of these, so I'm actually going to tap and grab my wiggle room back. Yep, and then I am laser rifle. Attack gains ranged. Who cares? +1 attack. I care a little bit more. Gains ranged. Who cares? So what do we like here? Definitely like playing Shrink. Definitely like... but I can play Shrink after I flip. So I wouldn't mind concussive blowing, multitasking. So if I flip, I can end up with 2 more. So that would put me at 8. Plus this is 9. I've already flipped, so that's 9. So multitasking is 2. That'll get rid of those 2 before I flip. Shrink on the other side is another 3, so that'll be 5. Concussive blow is 9 against this goblin soldier. It'd be nice to play Nadia, but I don't think I can, right? 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, so I said multitask for 2, sneak by for 3, or not Nadia, Nakia. That's right, multitask for multitask for 2, shrink for 3, that's 5, concussive blow. I don't need to, oh no, I need to be able to trigger concussive blow, so I can't actually do the multitasking and concussive blow. That's unfortunate. Oh, I can use my suit for concussive blow. Okay, never mind. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that gets rid of that goblin. I take a damage when it goes. I multitask with wiggle room. That takes us down to 0. So there it is going to get 2 cards. Pretty slim chances that I'm going to get run over by threat, but could happen. Turn 4, by the way. It's not worth sacking my 2 blockers for this, so I'm not going to. So I will flip. Then I will... Oh yeah, this is going to go through this pile anyway. So we know I definitely have a bunch of awesome cards here, so I'm going to Teen Spirit. And get to my awesome cards unintentionally. Guess I probably should have drawn first, but that's fine. So what was that next card? Put big hands and then wiggle room, and then I think another big hands. And then another big hands. So do I want 2 big hands when I come back? No, it's likely I'm going to want to get rid of a bit of threat actually. And that amount of threat... Oh, maybe I won't actually. 1. Yeah, so maybe what I want is, since I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to get rid of threat, I might actually do clear the area. Did I just lose a clear the area? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's right, that's the right number. Okay. So I'm going to clear the area on the bottom of this. I'm going to go and draw my wiggle room. I'm going to use these 2 to play my shrink, which now is awesome with clear the area. And I'm done, and I'm going to get a card for reshuffling. Be nice to get Turn the Tide, but such is life. Okay, so Confused is gone. This goblin schemes. And we've got 2 of these, and we just hope that we don't get 2 advances. Okay, so grabbing 2 cards. Each goblin that gets revealed, which is 0 goblins. Right, it's just goblins, not goblin. Yeah, goblin minion. Okay, so that is lucky. And then the second one is Goblin Guider. Attach the enemy with the highest stage points. Just an extra attack. Psh, pshaw. Okay then. If I want to trigger a mirror, I can exhaust. I don't actually have to place the card to draw the card because the arrow is just the exhaust. Okay, that's good. So what I'm going to first do is see what I get here with my Teen Spirit power. Okay, got that now. Right, I might be the end of the game where I care about getting a little extra damage here. So maybe I will put this in the bottom. So I can flip Goblin this next turn. I can Stealth Strike, which will defeat him and get rid of all the threat. So that would be for 4. I'd still have 5 things left. What would I do with my 5 things? I could Stealth Strike again, get rid of that other Goblin, or just keep on taking piddly damage and not worry about it at this point. I could bring out Coulson, but it almost feels like I'd better off. Oh, what if I just realized I have big hands? Okay, so let me back up a step. So big hands. Let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 to spend plus 10 with tapping Ms. Marvel when I do it. So I could big hands the Goblin, Stealth Strike Green Goblin, and then big hands Goblin again, and I'd still have 2 blockers out. That seems to be the correct call. We'll heal another day. So we flip. I will big hands. Get rid of that. I will call big hands back to my big hand. I will Stealth Strike for 1, 2, 3. That will defeat Gobby. Takes that down to 2, 0. Gives me a card. Then I will big hands Gobby for 6, down to 12. Well, this is all making me wonder if that helicarrier was even worth it in the first place. Silly. Anyway, I think I'm done. I'm going to keep Spider-Man and Ironheart out there for blocking. Turn 5 for Gabi. And I'm going to block with Ironheart. And get the Echo Suit. And then we get an encounter card for the turn, and there's 2 others in there, and so we get a Scheme. Oh no, double Scheme. Oops, I should have moved that like I did, but there was nothing I could do about it anyway. So we get a first Scheme, and I have defeated it, so it's going to get the boost. So 2, 3. And so now we're going to hope for in this second Scheme is to get a star. Damn it, not that kind of star. Shh, double Scheme. Oh, that sucks. Okay, and then there are not any goblin minions, so exactly the number it needed. Damn it. Okay, so this goes down. Did I miss one? It's Scheme. Weren't there 3? What just happened to the last one? Did I just lose a card? Damn it. Okay, hold on. So I thought I lost track of one of my encounter cards, but it turns out I had only 2 in there. So we bring out our third, and this is the 1 additional boost card one. That is one that I might want to clear. However, I'm close to being able to just win here. In fact, I can win with what's in hand, I think. So if I clear the area, it replenishes itself, so I won't even count that for now. Turn the tide for free. Turn the tide back. Turn the tide again. And then stealth strike with the biokinetic suit, and that finishes the game. That is what we're doing. Full health, threat tipped over, only turn 6. Not great, not terrible. So, clear the area with shrink. Right, so that's, and we'll use the biokinetic suit. That gets us a card. We will then turn the tide for 5. Oh, actually, I might be able to turn this into more health. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, then I will tap her, turn the tide back, turn the tide again. Right, for another 5. So I think there's nothing that can be in my deck that will get me further, but we're going to do it here, right? Because red dagger, sneak by, blah, 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 right? Yes. So I will Teen Spirit. I don't think there's anything. I'm just being greedy, I guess. And then Amir, I'll put the target back on. Bring that out for 3. Spidey. Red Dagger. Pops the last 2 damage. So that's turn 6. Second scheme. .12 health. Clear board.